Welcome to another Warcraft the audio commentary. Today, guys, we're going to be watching game number 2 from this WC Best of 3 series between two titans of players. In the upper right part of the map, we have Yumiko spawning in as the red human. It's Yumiko! That does not work nearly as dramatically when I do it in Warcraft 3. I don't know. That's something StarCraft casters have been doing, I think, in like GSL tournaments and Red Bull Battlegrounds. I thought I would try to imitate it in Warcraft 3. We're going to try one more time. We get one more redemption chance. Spawning in the lower left part of the map, we have the purple human playing for himself, I guess. I don't know. It's Foo! It's so slow. It is not dramatic at all. Whatever. Anyway, so we can see him opening with an Archmage first. He's getting a Derek's fast Archmage. Same thing happening over here for Yumiko, pretty much doing a mirror build. This is a cool map. I believe this map, let's see, where are they gonna go? Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Burning Archers, oh, well, oops. Burning Archers and Skeletal Marksmen. If you can creep these guys early, which is pretty much your goal, you don't even have to worry about these level 3 giant skeleton warriors. These guys don't make a whole lot of difference. They're harder to kill. They have a lot of life, they do a lot of damage, have a lot of armor, as you can see, 4 armor. But these guys right here, you can kill pretty easily, and you get Runes of Rebirth for them, which means you pretty much get to kill them and then have them. Yes, that's right, they just become your army. You just get a Burning Archer who does Searing Arrows, and a Skeleton Marksman who does Cold Arrows, which is the Naga arrows? Cold slow, whatever you want to call them. Both players look like they're going straight down there for it. It's just a really strong thing to get early on. It's a good amount of experience. You do have to be careful not to feed them to your opponents, because your opponent, especially if they have it and then they kill yours, well, that is a lot of experience that they're going to get. So you don't want that to happen. You want to be really careful. However, it does give you quite a bit of an advantage. You can see how fast those guys went through a water elemental tanking it. So no real need to kill them. Just go ahead, get out, kill those archers. That's all you really care about anyway. Try not to take any damage on them because they only have 300 life, so 300 life and no armor. So they go down pretty quickly. You gotta be careful. Over here, we're actually gonna see Thu creeping them out. Okay, I've never seen a player creep them out before, but hey, there you go, fair enough. There's nothing wrong with it. Picks up level 2. Yumiko, he's gonna spend that time to be aggressive instead, going through the waypoint down here. Slinks up right here. And he can try to go ahead and kill some of the peasants maybe that have been a little bit weakened. Actually gonna see through expecting that, building the Arcane Vault and just saying, let's go ahead and try to be a little bit defensive here. Gonna fight those footmen. Yumiko might lose a footman here. He's gotta be careful. He's gonna try to micro that out. Good call. Yumiko in a pretty okay spot here to get a footman, picks that off maybe, right there with his Archmage. Gonna lose a water elemental. He didn't get the deny on that. That's okay. Might actually see through microing that footman away. That's pretty clever. However, this peasant getting snared, not really what he wanted. But if Yumiko's not here to pick it up, then might get away anyway. Gonna see Yumiko's army coming in up from the bottom over here to the left. Is he gonna look for the Arcane Vault? What's he going for? I'm not sure. He's got this footman chasing down. The Archmage has run up. Is he just gonna go ahead and kill the Arcane Vault? No, it would take a lot of time to do that. If you killed that, and Thu's already nowhere near that part of the map, so it's a good idea not to, because Thu, 1, already has an experience advantage, and he's gonna push it, and 2, he doesn't care that much about that shop. It's not that big of a deal to have the shop. This is definitely a rush. Right now we're gonna see both players going for their gold mine, but this is a rush for XP and control of the map creeps. Yumiko is still level 1. Level 3 now being picked up for Thu. He's definitely having a big lead in terms of experience. Yumiko picking up the Ring of Regeneration. A Periapt of Vitality for Thu's Archmage. Periapt, I think, is a little bit of a better item. It gives you straight HP instead of regeneration, and straight HP is nice because regeneration, you're probably going to have a Paladin later on in the game. You're probably going to have some Priests. You're going to have Scrolls of Regeneration. You're going to have that pretty well taken care of, and as a hero, you already have fairly okay regeneration. But it's not the worst thing ever. Dude's just going to use that level 2 water elemental to try to stop this expansion if he can. And Yumiko going to use his entire army to try to stop this expansion if he can. Looks like he might be able to. Thu losing his Skeletal Marksman. It's a little bit a shame. Obviously giving a fair amount of XP over to Yumiko. Gonna see these peasants go down left, right, and center. Thu might have to cancel this. He's just going for the Archmage. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure why. Level 3 now on the Yumiko's Archmage as well. This is not going too well. He's going to bring the Militia in here. He's trying to force that Archmage out of the fight. But the Archmage is ranged. He has summons. He's, you know, he can do his damage really without having, yeah, and the cancel had to go off. So without even having to be in the fight directly. Even the cancel on the tower, and then it's taken down. Yumiko giving some XP. So I guess there's that, but you know, we can look over here. Yumiko actually getting towers up without having any more disturbance. So this is definitely a better move for Yumiko. He's actually getting back into the game. He certainly had a worse start, but he is making up for that right now. Gonna see this little battleground here. As both players run up the hill. Thu actually gonna be on the retreat here, knowing that there's a bunch more footmen right there at his Archmage. And he knows it's important that he gets his Town Hall up, because he figures at this point pretty reasonably that Yumiko probably already has his expansion finished. And he doesn't, because he is really trying to just reinforce that position. Might be spending resources somewhere else? Nope. Looks like he was just saving up for that Town Hall. There it is. But that's going to go up with a good amount of defense, 3 towers, and an Arcane Vault. It's going to be a lot harder to take down, and Thu just really losing this fight now. Even that Ring of Regeneration actually showing its worth. He's going to use that Staff of Teleportation just to come down over here to the left side of the map. He's just making sure he doesn't lose this. He's trying to delay as long as he can, but he's lost so many peasants already. 10 peasants now, I think, with this going down. So if not more, maybe even 12, because I think he brings 6. Bringing even more militia in here. He just wants to not have to cancel this Town Hall. You can see that pretty much all of Yumiko's units have gone down. Just the Archmage remains. But again, Yumiko trading all of that for those peasants and the delayed expansion, I think he's pretty happy with that result. Still trying to kill the peasants. Still going for the peasants. Bringing in that water elemental, saying, you can even, I'll suicide it, just kill the peasants. That's all he wants to do, is kill the peasants. Trying for the other peasant kill as well. I mean, if he kills this one, then this Town Hall won't finish for quite a while. Actually, never mind. He's bringing more. I'm surprised he's not just microing this away, because he could easily walk away from that, surround the water elemental. But more peasants now in the way. I don't know his Archmage. I guess he's just decided to come up here to try to deal with this. There are 3 Arcane Towers, however. The water elemental will not last very long whatsoever in that kind of damage. So this is a pretty well defended expansion. This Town Hall still not going up. Once again, another peasant going down. I mean, Thu has thrown so many peasants at this. He has got to be so unhappy with this. He was in such a commanding lead, and now he's so far behind. He has fallen really far behind. Absolutely insane. He's bringing more peasants up here. He's not even using them in militia. He knows it's important, because if they're in militia, they'll probably still be taking hits, and they still won't get this finished. He just needs this to finish. Once this finishes, then he can start pumping out more peasants from a second Town Hall, which is probably what he's been doing at his main this entire time. He's suiciding more and more peasants. He just knows he needs to get that done. And now that it's finally done, it's no longer in danger of having to be canceled. But he's going to have to defend it with more than just his footmen, because that's just not enough to deal with this Archmage. It's not fast enough, and it's not enough damage. You can see he's trying to go ahead and deal with the water elemental, starting to pump out the peasants right now, bringing more peasants up here. And again, I mean, this has just been a catastrophe for him. He has fallen so far behind in this early game. It's level 4 on his Archmage. Yumiko is also level 4. That's insane. Yumiko actually has more experience at this point just from killing a metric ton. I'm not even going to say it, but just a ton of peasants from Thu. And he is not looking like he wants to lighten up. He is making the most out of that Ring of Regeneration. Actually, with that Ring of Regeneration, he's pretty much made it so footmen do not phase him. He doesn't even have to worry about the footmen. Good idea to pick up the 4-stroke High Priest right here, because it does have the Abolish, so you can go ahead and get rid of those water elementals pretty quickly. Just casting 3 of them. It costs a lot of mana, but he does have the Brilliant Aura at level 2, so you can kind of afford to do that and still heal up. Not a big deal. Gonna lose another footman too. Oh man, this has just been brutal for Thu. This is such a turnaround. The Yumiko is gone. And to think, really, at the start of this expansion, Yumiko couldn't defend this at all. He said he didn't even try to defend it. He just decided offense is the best defense, and in this case it certainly was, because his expansion went up completely uncontested. Well, I say that, pretty much completely uncontested. And he was smart about it too. He went for the towers first, and then he went for the arcane vault just to have a bit of blocking and to have vision, so you knew exactly what was going on. This footman gonna get picked off. It's a shame. It was in the cattails, you know. Down here, we're gonna see a little bit of scouting by Yumiko, probably just running away more than anything, but it's not a bad idea. See some units over here. Not really something Thu wants to fight. Let's look at the tech and see who's at the advantage. Yumiko getting a Mountain King out on his way to castle. Thu still on the town hall. That is a massive disadvantage right there. That is over 1 tier's worth of disadvantage. And Thu just now starting to keep tech. I mean, that's crazy. Castle tech is already a 3rd finish for Yumiko. And again, the Mountain King is now coming out right now. So Thu doesn't even have any towers here, no towers, so he can't even, he's gonna have to, it really limits everything he can do. Yumiko has done such a wonderful job of just forcing that fight, forcing the harass, and completely shutting down anything Thu wanted to do. Yumiko now running away, kind of, just drawing Thu's fire. That's all he's doing, drawing Thu right over here, saying, you're not gonna get to creep up. I'm not going to give you a level advantage. He's like, I know I'm in a better spot by a significant amount. I'm okay with just doing as much harass as possible. We have even footmen coming in here, trying to slow things down. One of the interesting things is that Thu's getting an arcane vault here. He pretty much has to. He used the resources up here to build one. I don't know how much that accomplished, you know? Maybe that was just a bait, because he knew, because here's the thing, is if Yumiko had went for that, had killed it, then he would have been way behind in the expansion, and the harass would have never have hit before the town hall was up, and they would have had a much easier time defending it. But that Mountain King is out in this fight, and this is a fight that's, I mean, a lot more footmen are out for Thu, but we're gonna see that the Archmage getting bolted. Thu doing a good job trying to prevent this surround. However, he is still gonna get kind of surrounded even with his own units in the surround. It's just there's too much here from Yumiko for that to matter. We're gonna see that Forest Troll Shadow Priest going down. We're gonna see another footman being bolted and killed. Mountain King completely out of mana at this point. Thu kind of regrouping with his Archmage at level 4, very close to level 5 now. He is starting to gain an experience advantage over Yumiko. However, again, the tech advantage is just unreal, and his experience advantage isn't going to matter unless he can pick up level 5 before Yumiko, and they engage. So he needs to get level 5, and then before Yumiko gets level 5, and he has to engage the fight before Yumiko gets level 5. So that's going to be a very difficult thing for him to do. I'm going to see the reveals coming down from the Magic Sentry upgrade on Arcane Towers. Pretty good idea. Gives him a decent amount of information, lets him know. He scouts the blacksmith, so knowing that, he can say, okay, there's only so many things you can do with a blacksmith. Let's see, does he have a blacksmith? He does. Also, his upgrade's already almost finished for the armor upgrade. It's just really everything. I mean, Thu is just slow now for every single thing that he's doing. Going to be a little bit careful. Going to get Bolt surrounded pretty much here by the Mountain King bolting him. He's going to pop a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. He wants to take this fight as long as he can, do as much damage as possible. He did pick up level 5, and he's going to be able to try to push that advantage just a little bit here. But once that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability wears off, he's going to have to get out. Going to lose a footman on the way out as well. Immediately pops the Clarity and the Scroll of Regeneration. Very good control. Got the Water Elemental kind of scouting up towards the center of the map. The tavern covered in cattails. No one ever finds this tavern. It's a very lonely tavern. Friday nights are a bore there. Mortar team's already out. 1 attack upgrade. Finished 1-1 on the footman. Compared to 0-0 upgrades for Thu. Thu is going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to take this fight in victory. We can already see a couple knights as well, and militia now moving across the map. We have priest out. I mean, this is everything Yumiko wants. Finally seeing the Mountain King come out for Thu, but again, he is so far behind. He's going Dragonhawk Riders at this point. It's a good idea because he can't do a complete mirror. If he does a perfect mirror, he is just going to be way behind in units. Paladin out as well. Really what Thu wants to do here is probably not engage. He wants to do anything to delay. And that's going to be difficult because there are mortar teams. You know, when you have mortar teams out, they can do siege damage. You have knights, they're pretty big, beefy units. They can tank the towers. You have defended footmen, can tank the towers. He's just going to lose this town hall, but Thu can't really fight this in a straight fight. He's going to have to be really careful, fight on the outskirts, take down the mortar team. It's a good call. If you can take down another one, that'd be even better. But still, there is a mortar team down here somewhere, I believe. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 mortar teams now. We're even going to start seeing Yumiko go for some tanks, or some towers, I mean. A bolt on the mortar team, however, did get wholly lighted. It might still go down, still going to go down, but it took a lot more time than he was intending, which means the other mortar team's still alive. Again, mortar teams are so important in this case, this position, because the mortar teams are basically the antithesis to Thu's attempts to delay the fighting. And Thu needs to delay the fighting desperately, because if there are mortar teams raining down siege damage on your town hall, you have to fight, you have to engage that. You can't just tank it. And here we go. I mean, he did a good job thinning out the mortar team numbers. It's only one mortar team. It's not the biggest deal. You can repair through that. But he still wants to take it down. Going to try to use the high ground advantage up here. Might be able to. Keeping his Dragonhawks in a really good spot. Trying to avoid getting bolted. Also, ooh, the fragment shell or shards are upgraded. That's going to mean he can clear those peasants very quickly. He's going to have a hard time dealing with that. Gonna see the Mountain King taking a lot of damage with the bolt. He is maybe gonna go down. Oh, he goes down. Unfortunately, there is not a paladin now right now. There was a healing scroll he could have used. It might have kept him alive, but he might have better plans for the healing scroll. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with that. It looks like this position though is unwinnable. I don't know. He's doing his best just to stop that mortar team. Doing a really good job with the delay, I'm not gonna lie. He's doing a great job. Mountain King coming out. We're gonna see starting to see Griffin Riders come out. This might, if he can just hold out just a little bit longer. But this, if Yumiko, it looks like the delay has kind of run out of steam here. He's gonna have to make a second go at it. The problem is these water elementals are really good against these air units. And he can't push out with that Archmage. He can't do it. He will get bolt surrounded and killed. Or forced to portal. Down here we can see these knights just going in for the peasant kills. There's really nothing that he can stop him with it, because those towers are hitting knights. Knights have 7 armor right now, 835 life. They're upgraded pretty well. Yumiko has a paladin at level 2, thunderclapping those little militia, just, you know, keeping everything off of the Mountain King. Actually managed to force him to retreat because he doesn't have an answer to this air. But again, Thu is still way behind. Still took more losses than Yumiko to his mining time right here. Having to repair. More resource drain. We can see Thu is at 58 food and Yumiko at 68 supply. A 10 supply difference. Fairly significant. You can see level 5 on Yumiko's Archmage as well. It's been there for a little bit. Level 3 on the Mountain King. Just getting some more creeping. Why not? You'll see the flying machines coming out. The flying machines could spell doom for Thu's strategy, because eventually those flying machines will be in a great enough number. How many factories does he have? He has got 2 factories pumping those guys. It won't take very long for those guys to overwhelm any amount of air that Thu has. Unless Thu picks up a panda, and he's nice picking up the paladin, which really he needs the paladin to first hero if it goes late. But again, the panda could absolutely be his only salvation if he wants to go heavy air. Anyway, this fight now going on. Really, we're just seeing it. Thu is not winning this fight at all. He is just losing units left, right, and center. He does pick up Mountain King level 2. But look at this. I mean, he's lost almost all of his air units. He hasn't done really any serious damage to Yumiko's ground army. So even if Thu decides to transition now that there are a bunch of flying machines out, he still hasn't really, he's still going to be behind by 3 knights and several priests. I mean, it's just, I think it's going to be too much. He's going to have to do something drastic right now. And keep in mind, this is 1-up. If Thu loses this game, then the series is over. That paladin is surrounded. He's gonna go down. There's nothing that Thu could have done. He says GG, well played, good game. So like I said, that was game number 2, which means Yumiko takes the series with a nice 2-0 win over Thu, which is not an easy feat to do. Really fantastic play by Yumiko. I mean, Thu, again, he had the early game advantage, and then he just kind of threw it away. I think the lesson to take home from this game, and the reason that Thu really lost, I mean, he did a really smart thing by not going and mirroring the strategy Yumiko was playing, and it bought him a lot of time, but unfortunately he just didn't do enough damage with it to actually stay in the game. And again, the lesson though is that you can't defend. You absolutely cannot defend that expansion. He couldn't do it. If he had went for the offense instead, then they would have been in the same spot and Thu would have been ahead. He was in the lead in the early game, and he chose to defend his expansion, which he just couldn't do. Yumiko's micro was too good, and with that Ring of Regeneration on the Archmage, again, there was just nothing he could really do to slow that progression. It was absolutely insane. So that was game number 2. We will watch more games tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be watching. I did say we're going to do all the WEC replays. I'll probably... Some people are complaining because they've already seen them because they're getting kind of old now. So maybe we'll see about doing some more fresh replays. We'll see. I think we've hit the major series out of WC anyway, but we'll see. So that I don't know. That's just some thought. I'll look around and see what I can find. And then we'll be back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!